Hey everybody, just want to do a quick video. Well, there's so much out there. So what I'm seeing, you have people preaching and they're preaching, and remember, preaching is poetic and teaching is technical. So when people try to break down people's preaching as if they're teaching, which sometimes they are, but if we always treat it as if they are, and we're treating the poetic preaching in a technical way, we're not gonna get the essence. We're not really maybe even gonna get the context. But like when people say Christ alone, that's salvational. Christ alone is not a doctrine, a full doctrine in itself, because you have to have the body, you have to have the members of the body. That'd be like saying, so if you don't need a Pentecostal priest, then you have Christ alone. But we have the body because it'd be like saying, I am the eye alone. I am the hand alone. Well, if you're the hand without a wrist and an elbow, you're going to fade away and die. So we're all in this together. We're all connected, and we all have to edify, and we have to not kid ourselves in thinking we're edifying when we're just being critical, because we're here. If you're part of the body and you're damaged and you're the thumb, you need to heal so the rest of the body can function with you. You're very important. You're the thumb. Or if you're the thumb and saying, well, I'm by myself, I alone, you're going to wither up and die without the body. Now, the body might not have a thumb, that particular thumb anymore, or it might grow one back, creative miracle. But we got to be careful when we use a definition to define what somebody is saying when they're preaching versus what they mean. Because if we take the context, because that's part of taking context, is what they mean and the atmosphere of what they're doing or what they're saying. So when you're teaching and you can test that, that's a little different. But when people are preaching, it's really just different. It really is, and we won't have the right spirit of discerning, and we just got to be careful. We're all in this together. And so Christ alone as a dogma versus Christ alone as a doctrine are two different things. And we got to be careful, because what we end up with is people, no Matthew 28:19, no Acts 2:38, no this, no that, no, the Godhead argument, the baptism argument. They're all dogmas. They're not doctrines. They're doctrines when they're taught, and they're dogmas when they're empirical in your mind and wrong. So let's all work together. Amen.